Hey guys, it's me, Hao, a co-founder of Matterify and SwissFortress.com. And hopefully I'm about to show you our beta release wallet, which I humbly submit is the easiest to use crypto wallet on earth. Yet despite the ease of use, it's fully decentralized. So what's the big deal? And I will show you how to use this at the end of this video, get this downloaded on your own machine. But briefly, I'm just going to show you, give you a little feature tour. So in our wallet, you don't ever have to use classic receive addresses. Sure, the wallet has those, and you can generate them right in here in the bottom right. But you just probably only need to use those to get in legacy faucet coins or coins from another wallet that isn't this cool. In our wallet, you can just send money to a particular name. So for example, if I want to send money to DogHow, which is my wallet on the left side from my wallet Mihao, I use DogHow's Fortress name, right? So every user has a Fortress name, and here you can see that in the top right. So I'm just going to type in 0.01 testnet ETH. I'm going to type in @DogHow. I'm going to hit next. I can also just pick them from the contacts list because the wallet automatically tracks all the users, and I enter my PIN. I hit send here, and the night rides op success, right? So it's that easy, and then there's no extra transaction fees for using this, and it's actually fully decentralized. Let me show you how. So I can look inside the ETH client right here, and I see they've got a bunch of transactions to DogHow, to and from DogHow, right? That's this wallet on the left side. And when I see a transaction doesn't have a name, that's a legacy transaction. But when I see a transaction that's got a name, it's real on-chain. So here's the transaction that we just sent a second ago. And it's a real on-chain transaction. And let's take a look at this, what this looks like in Explorer, right? So this is for those of you that are more technically inclined. If you're not technically inclined, then you don't care about this. But you might ask, okay, what are these receive addresses? Did like DogHow, call me up on Telegram and give me his receive address, and I somehow saved it as DogHow in the Mihao wallet? No, actually, that's not what happened. The wallets via decentralized protocol automatically generate this receive addresses. And the only people that know that this particular receive address is between Mihao and DogHow is Mihao and DogHow, right? So it's actually adds a privacy layer to all existing chains, which in this wallet is 1,200 ERC20 tokens, plus what you see here is BTC, BCH, eCash. We're going to be adding a lot more of the Bitcoin chains, Casper and Ethereum, right? So, and here is the tokens that we have. So all you got to do to use it is download it, register for a name, and then put some faucet tokens in there using a legacy address, and then you can start sending and receiving to names. Additionally, you can chat with your counterparties, right? So in here, for example, I can start a message with Chris, and this is also decentralized and end-to-end encrypted. And one more time, these addresses that I just showed you, right? So let's look at maybe the same thing on CasperNet. So here I have transactions to Mihao2 and DogHow. I'm going to look at this in Explorer. We at SwissFortress do not know, are not tracking, and have no ability cryptographically to know what these addresses are. This isn't some static magic. It's literally peer-to-peer math that we're doing here. And it's not a mixer, by the way. Like, it doesn't mix funds. You can still do chain analysis on these funds. It just makes the funds way, way significantly easier to use, because you can see you can just do a name. And there's one more feature that I want to talk about real quick that is going to be coming out here, which is these buttons, Share FortressID and View FortressID. Now in the beta, which I'm going to show you how to download here in a second, says it's coming soon, but let me tell you about what that feature is, because it's a really cool feature. So if I go in here and I show you my wallet screens, I go to our design reference, you'll see what FortressID does. So when I share a FortressID, I'm sharing my real identity. This is the cryptographic proof that can prove to your counterparty who you really are, right? So if your counterparty, say, you're trying to interact and have an easy to use wallet that's trying to talk to a bank, the bank has KYC requirements, but you as a user voluntarily want to work with the bank and deposit your crypto there, and you want to make it easy. So you just share your FortressID, and voila, now you've given the bank your credentials. And this is actually stronger than any KYC in existence today, because all that's just based on what I would call trust me, bro accounting, right? Where you're like, yeah, sure, it's me. But in this case, you have cryptographic proof that the identity that you're, for example, viewing for this user CoinMaster, you're actually sending all the funds to their private key, which enables now worldwide decentralized trading, KYC compliance. A couple other features in here. We are going to be doing an on and off ramp, which is coming soon. And of course, we're going to have a hardware wallet that is compatible with this. It's very affordable. It's a custom card that supports all these advanced features. All right. Now, there's a lot more that I can go into here, but I felt that was a pretty good initial intro. So let me show you how you can get this working right now on your computer. So you're just going to go to SwissFortress.com. One second. Let me do some typing here. Oops. I've got one hand on the mouse. There we go. And hold on a second. Swiss Fortress. Whoop, mouse trying to get away from me. SwissFortress.com. Boom. And then you go to download. So here is our summary of a lot of the features I just showed you. We have an overview of how sending crypto works the old way and the new way. And you can hit the download button and download a copy. And when you download a copy, like for example, we got M1 on Ventura, we've got Ventura for x86 and Intel. When you download a copy, what you're going to see is, there we go, desktop. You're going to get a download here. So for example, I'm on M1. So this is just going to mount a volume on your drive. All you do is take SwissFortress, you drag it into applications, and then let me show you what happens when you fire up a wallet. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shut down the wallet I have right now. Make sure it is not running. So we're going to, there it's in the middle of its shutdown process. Now I'm running it from the console. Obviously, as a user, you don't have to do any of this. But then to reset the wallet, I'm just going to take my data directory, which is inside of application support, and I'm going to rename it here. So I'm going to rename this to SwissFortress.meow. And now the wallet is going to start over. So by the way, if you want to reset a wallet, that's how you do that. I'm going to go in more depth on how to add testnet tokens, how to report bugs. And when you report bugs to us, you can win a lifetime Fortress name for any bug you find, and you're the first bug finder. Then we will give you a lifetime Fortress name for free, which is terrific. So check out the other videos linked below to get access to that. And now I'm going to just fire up SwissFortress. Now I'm doing it from the console. You don't need to do that. You can just go to applications and you'll see SwissFortress right here. And you can just open that. All right. So here's how you start up a wallet, right? So I'm going to say, do you have a Fortress card? Right now you don't, because those aren't out yet, but you're going to say no. And it's going to ask you for a seed phrase, right? So you're going to proceed here, and this is generating a random seed phrase from Entropy. Now, for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to, this is obviously not a secure seed phrase. Feel free to steal it from me, but I'm just going to copy it right here. And the reason I'm copying it right there is then we test you on your seed phrase. Again, this is completely decentralized, so we have no control over the funds. We don't know what you're doing with the wallet. Yet it's as easy to use as PayPal. So, but we want to make sure that you understand that you got the seed phrase. Now, in production, we're also going to offer self-custody backup. So, for example, biometric backup to iCloud of your seed phrase. We're also going to offer multi-party computation backup. All these things will be optional, and the default config is just that you keep your keys and you store them in a safe place, because if you lose your keys, then you lose your money, and we don't want that. So that was word 4. This is word 11. So it's a rabbit. And I do that. And that's also correct. And I'm going to do the last word here, endure, check. Then I'm going to enter a PIN. You can have a 4-character PIN, or sorry, 4-number PIN or a 6-number PIN. And it's creating your profile. Now, here is where you enter your Fortress name. So you can make this anything. In beta, these are all free. In production, we are going to charge, something for Fortress names, but it will be extremely, extremely affordable. because we want as many people to use this functionality as possible. So for example, if your name is Joe and no other Joe has been taken yet, you could type in Joe. But just to show you, like I'm going to type in Mihao, which has already been taken, and it's going to check that name, check to see if it wants to register that name. It's going to give me an error here in a second because obviously I've already got that registered in the system. And it's going to ask for a different name. So that Fortress name is already taken. So, but if I want to, be Mihao 1234, I'm 100% sure that is not taken. And it's going to let me register and will allow me into the wallet interface. Wallet created successfully. And then here I am. And now I can just add assets. For example, Casper, Ethereum. Those get turned on. And that is how you get on the system, right? And then if you want to start playing with it, you can either ask your buddy that's already got the wallet set up and get them to just send you, testnet ETH or testnet Casper via your name. In this case, it's Mihao1234. Or you can go to a faucet like an Ethereum Sepolia testnet faucet, generate your address, and receive coins that way. That's it, guys. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, join our Telegram channel, join our Twitter, and then check out the other videos for additional in-depth info.